Let's now go inside out with SNY NBA insider Ian Begley, who joins us downtown after spending the evening at the Garden. And before we get to the game, Ian, when you take the 2 train down here and you're hustling, do the fans leave you alone or do they harass you for autographs at every stop?
I was transcribing on the train. I was tweeting. A couple people said hello. It was very eventful.
Multitasking on his way down here. All right, Ian, Obi Toppin gets the start in place of the injured Randall, his first since the 2nd of January. What stood out to you in his 10-point performance?
I mean, listen, he was active on offense, and what you're going to see from Toppin whenever he's on the floor is an ability to run out and transition, leak out, and finish in transition. So that's valuable because it gets the defense back, gets them moving, and it gets the Knicks easy points. But you look at that fourth quarter. Tom Thibodeau goes with Taj Gibson over Toppin the entire fourth quarter. I asked him about it after the game. Thibodeau said that for defensive reasons, they wanted to switch a little more, pick and rolls. They wanted Taj out there for that. So that tells you a little bit about how Thibodeau feels about what Toppin can do at this point defensively. Flip side of that is the Knicks are not making the playoffs, so why not play the younger guys, give them a little more rope? That's something we may see in the coming days.
Well, that leads me to my next question, because there have been plenty of concerns about Tom Thibodeau and playing the youth as opposed to the veterans. How much do the performance of those groups reflect his coaching?
Well, you know, you look at the young guys, and I would go back to that Utah game the other night, right, where the young guys got the Knicks back in the game. They cut the lead to 4, and then Tom Thibodeau goes back with Julius Randle. He goes back with Evan Fournier, and then Utah blows it open. So it's in these tight fourth quarters where Thibodeau can go either way, and the decisions have been backfiring of late. But it does tell you a little bit about how much he trusts that younger group versus that older group. That's been a dynamic for Thibodeau and the Knicks all year long.
Now, there was a little bit of juice in the building for this one. Trae Young, he goes for 45. Has he now solidified himself as the player that's going to torment the Knicks and their fans for about the next decade?
There's no doubt. Before I get into that, Eamon, can't wait to get the app on Thursday. But as we get into Trae Young,
looking for that bonus, huh?
He's going to torment the Knicks big time because he loves the big stage. He loves it. He's like the Reggie Miller of this generation. I was talking to his dad yesterday about how much Trae just thrives off of that atmosphere. So certainly, assuming he doesn't leave Atlanta, which why would he, you have to think that he's going to be the face of the Knicks' disappointment if the Hawks can continue to build here over the years. One other note, though. Trae Young's dad, Rayford Young, heck of a player in his own right. He said that if Cam Reddish is healthy and has a good summer, he sees a lot of potential there in Reddish. Very high-end player, according to Trae's dad. So I wouldn't laugh it off. Trae Young's dad produced Trae, so clearly he knows something about it.
No, he definitely knows, but everyone wants to see Reddish play, right?
Yes.
It's the guy who we haven't seen play is going to be the answer. But
yes,
it was kind of disappointing. Trae Young said the Garden wasn't even loud, so that enthusiasm has been sucked away from the fans. Ian Begley, thanks for joining us here on Geico Sports Night.